ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The Critics Collective proudly presents, and maybe not children, let's be honest, this is rated M for mature. In one corner, you have death, hidden by a game show, if you would, and in the other corner, you have contestants who unfortunately have debt. So if you're watching, you probably would be one of those contestants, but fear not, there is a win here. Just hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and all that other stuff. We would greatly appreciate it. We would win in life because we would gain a new person to the community. So appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. So we're going to, if I haven't spoiled anything, and there's no spoilers for this episode, we're going to talk about the phenomenon that was and still is Squid Games. This time we're going to talk about season 1 as we prepare to jump into the game once again in season 2. So let's go for, I don't know, 4 likes on this video, and then we'll go ahead and get that going. So let's go with first impressions here. Silly me. I'm the Dad Panther, variety streamer, content creator, master of none. And my first impression for this was actually, I was interested. I like K-pop music. I like listening to, technically listening to K-pop would be one thing. I like watching anime, just like what everybody else. I like watching independent films. I like watching K-dramas. So to me, in any of those things kind of gets me, interested. And so for this one, it was under a different name. I'm not going to pronounce that name. It may be the title that you see under here. Hit the like button. But I was interested. There's another one that came out. I can't remember the title of it, but it was like basically high school and zombies. And that was actually pretty cool. Maybe I'll do a review for it down the line. But for this one, my impressions were, hey, listen, let's just see what happens. It's a game show. I know there's death. There's some gore. So heads up. There's some blood and guts in here. Not as much as Saw, but just enough where you're like, people are dying. A lot. So I'll go into my highs and lows. If you know me, I'm starting with the what? Start at the bottom. So the lows for this one was, I felt like I wanted more, but the biggest one I can say, just, keep it short and sweet, is the ending. Not a fan of the ending. The reason why I'm not a fan of the ending is just, to me, didn't feel like it was needed based off of what they've given you. Now, when you look at this series as a whole, there are some sweet spots in here, right? And the sweet spots that I would say is episode 6, 7, the last 2 episodes. Like, there's some really good core episodes that gets you going in this series. Now, if it's your first time watching, you're like, hey, what is this about? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here's what IMDB said. Hundreds of cash-strapped players accepting a strange invitation to compete in a children's game. Inside, a tempting prize awaits the deadly high stakes, a survival game that has a whopping $45.6 billion at stake. That's pretty close. If you've ever played any third-person, first-person shooter where everybody's fighting battle royale style, you're looking at something like that. That's what this is. Now, to continue to go into my pros and my cons, like I said, the only thing I had was the ending. I didn't think it was necessary. I think you cut that out. I think you still have a really good basis of a show. For this one, it's episodes. It's not necessarily one episode. It's not a 4-part series. It's a series of episodes that you'll watch for this one. Now, the pros for this was, I thought the acting was great. I thought the quality was great. This was under the radar for a lot of people. And once people saw it, you had imitation on content creators doing it. You had game shows, especially in the US, stepping their talent up, or their skill set. You had people in the US watching game shows from other countries that do kind of have some riskier stuff. And me, spending so much time living in 305, I'm used to watching a little Telemundo, and they've had some interesting game shows as well over there. Let me know in the comment what that show would be called. Now, other than the quality of the acting, I thought the kills were good. I thought they were clean. I didn't think they were something that was gory, like I said, Saw or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or the Hills Have Eyes type of thing. I thought that the games that they played, though they were children games, it made you, especially after you got through 1 or 2 games, you're like, how are they going to screw this up mentally for me? Like, think about Ring Around the Rosie and the depth of what that song is, or Rockabye Baby, and the horror of what that song really means. You're like, man, this is a pretty cool artsy kind of way to do it. So I thought the shots were cool. I thought the way they executed taking the children's game and placing it together, I thought was cool. I thought you can relate to the characters. So there's another thing. USA characters are welcome. Tons of characters in here, good guys, bad guys, twists and plots. And I thought it was really interesting because there was no celebrities or stars that we know of over here in the US. So you were able to immerse yourself into these characters, into this story. I thought they did a phenomenal job with that. This is something where it's not anything a kid can watch, or sometimes you can put something on and you can like, well, they can be, on their tablet or playing over here. No. You probably want to make sure they're asleep. It's a step up from Stranger Things. So with that being said, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to rate it. So we're going to go ahead and check what the rating is. Our rating system goes from 0, which Lingo says is Venom, though I'll let you decide. And it goes all the way up to 5. The last 5 I think we did on this might have been the secret level that we did that's on Amazon Prime, and the part 2 for our review coming up very soon. So it's a perfect time for me to also remind you, as the holiday seasons finish and you check over the fireplace or microwave or wherever you have your stockings, you would go ahead and shove in little treats and trinkets and stuff for the people you care about. We don't have any stockings, but we would like you to hit the thumbs up button. It kind of looks like a stocking if you bend your hand or finger in a weird way, but you get the drift. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow, all the other stuff. We would love to have more of you here. So I'm going to say this is a 4. I'm just going to say it's a 4. I think it's a 4. Honestly, it's nobody knew that this was here. Nobody knew, including Netflix, how many people were going to watch this and just enjoy it. Similar to Mr. Beast, if you catch any of the shows that he's done over the years, it's one of those things that as long as you don't know the end, anyone can watch it at any point in time, and you'll still be entertained by it. You can watch it and you'll get little Easter eggs out of it as well, because there's certain games and certain actions that happen, and it's telling a bigger story of why this character did XYZ, or why in the game the strategy is this. The strategy is this because of this, and it happens in real life as well. So it's really cool that it was that much thought process in it, and it wasn't anything I like to think that was skipped. And then the impact on pop culture, especially in the US. Again, you had kids and adults dressing like the characters that you had in this, and you'll still have that. You can look at the logo and it makes you think, now, are you talking a PlayStation from Sony, or are you talking about Squid Game? So that's my review right there. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a 4. There's some memorable moments in there. It's well done, and it's recommended by the Dad Panther. So kind of like me telling, you should eat more vegetables, you should probably watch Squid Game season 1. So you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here, and I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, Kalika-lika-lao.